Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs, to the Chi Amazing Show. I'm Chi Amazing, here bringing you some gaming news and stuff. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. The next Max Effect game is set for a 2014/2015 release, and we'll be using the Frostbite 2 engine. Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade is supposed to be on Plus for free. I haven't checked myself, but if that's the case, that's pretty cool. And related news, we have even more Hello Kitty cross Street Fighter stuff. We got some phone cases, and also an arcade stick. And I'm not entirely sure what's up with all this Hello Kitty Street Fighter stuff, but, you know, there's a lot of merchandise for it. And some interesting news, we have confirmation of an Angry Birds movie set for summer of 2016, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going to see that one. We've got word that Diablo 3 is up and running on consoles, but is not an official project yet, so you know they're still working on it around and working on some things with it. Hopefully it'll become an official project soon, and then from there we will have Diablo 3 on our PlayStation 3 and 360. Especially with all the fixes they made, it's becoming a much better game than it was when it launched. Amazon has leaked Hitman Trilogy HD. We got a release date of January 29th for $39.99. Now this comes with Hitman Blood Money, Hitman Contracts, and Hitman 2. Stalker has a new IP holder in Bit Composer Entertainment. We previously thought Bethesda was going to pick it up, but not so much. Now, Bit Composer Entertainment does have previous experience working on Stalker, so it's probably in pretty decent hands. For those of you who did the social game Rise of the Warrior and earned your God of War Ascension Beta access, you should have it right now. For us with Plus, we will have to wait until January 8th to try this beta out. Assassin's Creed 3 has hit 7 million in sales worldwide, which it makes it the fastest selling Ubisoft game. And some more impressive, awesome news, especially I'm hyped about, Randy Pitchford has announced or confirmed that there is indeed another character in the works for Borderlands 2. So I'm really excited about that one, and hopefully we'll get more details about that soon. And something that's really awesome, especially for me, because as I've said before, I love statues. Darksiders 2 Death and Despair statue, and it looks really, really good. Despair actually has high intensity LEDs in his hooves, tail, and his mane that light up and look really cool. This is a $249.99 statue though, and it's on pre-order, set for release in mid-February. So if you really like the statue, or you're really into Darksiders 2 and you have the money, definitely pick that up because it looks really, really cool. And some MMO news. I don't really talk about MMOs a lot, but Secret World has dropped its subscription model. Yay! And has went with a 3-tier program. You got free, which is people who buy the game and just get to play it, no fees or anything like that. You have member, which are people who pay for a monthly bonus package type deal. And you have Grandmasters, which I don't know if it will be new, but I do know it will take previous Grandmasters, who are people who bought lifelong subscriptions, and they will still continue with these lifelong bonus memberships. Definitely check that out, especially if you've not played Secret World. It's a really good game. It's a really interesting MMO. I'm going to talk about the UK game tax break system and how it's changed and how it's kind of weird. Now, the way the new system is going to work is a game has to get 16 points to get a tax, for the studio to get a tax break. What's interesting is the criteria, because you have your standard criteria of, you know, half development took place in the UK or use locals on your development team. But you have your interesting ones, such as the game having a British story, 2 of 3 main characters being British or from the European Union or an undisclosed location, and the game being set in the UK or in the European Union area. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, if they're trying to be a little bit too strict about the tax credits they're giving or not. So with all the controversy surrounding the Bioshock Infinite box art and cover and people really not liking it, Irrational Games has actually came out, said we're going to do a reversible cover, and you get to pick the cover. They actually have a poll up that you can go select through 6 different images, and also they're going to release a whole bunch more afterwards that you can print off and use yourself. So definitely go vote for that and pick whichever one you like the most. I personally really like number 6. In more irrational type news, Ken Levine actually did an interview talking about games and social issues, and in his words, slightly paraphrased, he is not afraid or will not run away from a topic just because it's controversial. And the reason this is important is because of all the controversy going on and how games in general try to stay away from controversial subjects. You look at a game like Catherine, which was the first game of its type to really talk about adultery and such, and I have to agree with him 110%. I don't really feel games should steer away from controversial subjects, just like books don't steer away from it. Art doesn't steer away from it. So I don't understand why people feel that games should steer away from it. If it's the creative vision of the people doing the game, go with it. And related to that also is, and the final thing I'm going to talk about, Naughty Dog. They showed their cover, and it has the female protagonist, Ellie, more prominent. They came out and said that they don't believe that's going to affect sales at all, and I agree, it's not. I'm also with them and don't believe it will. But apparently some people have asked them to change it, and they've said no. Kudos to Naughty Dog for standing up with that. To me, this is not so much a woman's rights type deal as some people think it is. To me, it's more such a creative deal. That's how they want the cover to look. Plus, I mean, I really feel he has a point. I don't think having a female character as a lead on the box or in the game in general is really going to affect sales, especially with that game. That game looks amazing. And that's pretty much all I have for today. You can click annotations over here to see previous news videos or to subscribe, which you can click down there to do also. You can click over here to watch Let's Play. I think we're on episode 3 of Turtles. 2 of Turtles. And we should have more Minecraft coming soon. You can also click down here for the like button, which is greatly appreciated. Even more appreciated is sharing with your friends, family, random people you see on the street, so that more people are watching the show. And I will catch you guys on Friday.